Hello and welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn Max Savere implementation, Max Savere problem solution using greedy algorithm in Python. Okay, now let's just recap our problem statement. So reading quickly, given an integer array, find the continuous subarray containing at least one element, and at most it can contain the entire array as well, given array, right? If all numbers are positive, then entire array can produce the maximum sum. But if there are some negative numbers, this is going to be a different kind of combination, right? So yeah, that one, which has the largest sum and return its sum. Okay, so we return the sum, not the individual elements. Okay, so here is a typical input and there is a typical output, and it is pretty straightforward. We discussed in detail in the Java video the analysis of it. Let's just iterate that or restate that that's going to be the maximum 7 and last two elements. That's how it is going to give us the maximum sum. And if we if we do time complexity and space complexity, time complexity is going to be order of n because we are iterating through the array only once, and if array contains n elements, time complexity is going to be order of n. And then the storage is fixed. Okay, we're not creating another array or something like that, so it's a fixed storage, so it's order of 1. That's the space complexity. So that is the summary. And in terms of algorithm, we already discussed in detail in the Java video. Very quickly over here, basically the idea is to actually find locally optimal solution, which is basically first find the local maximum and then keep monitoring that, and then eventually that leads to the final or the global optimal solution. In terms of algorithm, we have in a little bit detail, high level, still high level, is we keep track of three things. One is current element, which if you're using any loop, is automatically taken care of, especially if you're using for loop in Java. Well, this is not a Java solution, this is a Python solution. So anyway, even in Python, if you're using for loop, then we have that increment, that variable, loop counter variable. We can use I, so that is automatically taken care of. And current local maximum, so that we will keep track of, because it keeps changing in each iteration. Sometimes it may not change if it's already maximum, but we should have a statement that takes care of changes, right? So like my current maximum could be either previous maximum or my current maximum added with the current element, right? That could give me maximum, because I'm adding one more element in each iteration and checking if that new sum is going to be greater. If it's greater, I'm going to take that sum. If it's not greater, then I'm going to still stick with my older sum. And I'm also going to, in the meantime, I'm also going to update my global maximum with the maximum so far. Okay, that's the quick description of the algorithm. Let's now start coding. That's what is the most important thing, at least in Silicon Valley. All right, so let's start the file. vi max, we give the same name like in Java, max of array greedy, but here extension is py instead of Java. Okay, now I just start my method straight away, because I don't worry about any object-oriented programming, because in Python I can write either object-oriented or more like modular without using class. But in Java there is no choice. It's all Java is very much disciplined language. Object orientation is the leader in object orientation. So now def my function max Savary nums. That's why I didn't have to specify type. It will be automatically inferred. So I need to calculate the length like I did in Java. We have a len function, and if I pass that array, it's going to be calculated for us. I need to initialize my current sum like we did in Java solution again, and that's going to be the first element in the initial iteration, in the first iteration. And for the max sum, I'm going to get the current sum. Okay, current sum, which is actually initially, that's true initially. I can assign current sum, which is in fact num0, right? All right, now we're ready to do the computation. Now our for loop, because I need to iterate through the array as stated in the algorithm, I can have my loop counter variable I in. Now here in Python we have something called range 1, 2, it will go up to length. Okay, and what do I do in that iteration? I do current sum is equal to maximum of either, okay, maximum of, if the current number is greater than the sum, then I take the current number, otherwise I take the sum of current sum and num I. Okay, that is to say that if num current number is greater than the sum of current sum and the current number, then we're going to get the current number because that is the maximum, right? We take, well, in short, we take whichever is maximum, but that's what is important, right? So if the current sum is negative, for example, that's not going to give us maximum. This, the second term is not going to give us maximum, right? So for that reason we need this one, and in the meantime I have to also do update my maximum. Okay, maximum is equal to max of current sum and maximum. Okay, new maximum basically is equivalent to saying my new maximum is the maximum of my current sum and my current maximum. Okay, that's about it, and I'm going to return what I'm going to return. I'm returning the maximum because that's what I'm interested in, right? Because current sum is my local maximum and maximum is my global maximum. I'm interested in the global maximum. Now in order to call this function, I need one more function, a main, and in the main and now I define my array. Okay, let's call it my nums is equal to I think I can copy paste. Well, I can copy paste this square bracket because that's the syntax also for Python. Okay, so I'm going to delete that because I have a square bracket there. Very good. And my I'll just call it max of, pretty much like in Java, like we did in Java, max of sub array is equal to max sub array, and I'm going to pass my nums. I'm going to print that this one, my num, sorry, max of array. And I need one more thing. If you remember, I just need to check the name. If it's I need to have something that triggers this and runs this entire program. So that is basically I'm checking name. If that name is this name, main, okay, if that matches, I'm going to call main. Okay, and then the main calls the max sub array function. Okay, so now we are ready to actually run it. Okay, save, let's quit, and let's do Python 3 max of readable, and there is an error. Oh, all right, so we are not defining that, we're checking it actually, in fact. Okay, it's not a function definition, but we're checking name. If name matches, we are going to run that. All right, we are ready. File line number 17, main max verify. Okay, range 1 to len gts. There is a spelling mistake, one spelling mistake. Line number 6, line number max array, my nums. Okay, let's go back and have line numbers. All right, one was 17, I think. main, okay. Max of subarray is equal to max of array my nums, print max of subarray. What was the another issue? I was running. What was the another issue? Len is not defined, right? Range. Okay, let's go to len. Length length cth, that's right. Okay, run it. Very good. 8 done. Okay. All right, so we're done. So there is since the program is fairly simple, that is not it is straightforward, and we already explained it when we are typing it. We have this max function available in Python. In Java we have math.max, right? So yeah, that's about it. Implementation. So we're done with the Python implementation for max sub array problem. Okay, and then we used greedy algorithm. Okay, very short and concise code. All right, we are done with this video. I will see you in the next problem set, or next just one particular problem.